going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you for tuning in on today's video. What you just saw in the beginning of this video is, yes, we have the entire front end of the truck completely blown apart. I did not record tearing down the truck. I don't know, just was something I wanted to get done really quick and just go right through it, get everything ripped off of it. But we did replace the ball joints. We got the U-joints. We're going to be replacing the steering box and all of the steering linkages as well, the sway bar links, and we're going to try and get a new steering dampener on there as well. So a lot of new parts. Basically, just rebuilt the whole front end of the truck. We also removed that third leaf out of the front, so we only had the two leaves up front. So yeah, today's video is going to be all about going back together with the front end of the truck, getting everything all bolted back up and torqued down so that we can get this thing, get the rims and tires back on, get it back down on its own legs. So this is going to be a cool video. So everything you see here, new ball joints, right? We got brand new ball joints. We do not use Moog. These are actually a Spicer kit, which is actually what Ford uses. These are really, really nice quality U-joint or ball joints. They will last the longest. I've never had success with Moog ball joints or anything like that lasting very long. And then our U-joint here, these are everything's non-greasable. So the U-joint here is also a Spicer U-joint, also non-greasable. We have inner axle seal here is a national part number, and then this is a Ford hub seal. Got our wheel bearing here. We actually had to put a new bearing inside of here. And then both new ball joints on the other one, new seals, new U-joint, everything like that. And of course, we made a huge mess when we pulled the steering gear out of there. Pop over here for you guys. You can see we got that third leaf spring out. Got our new U-bolts in on both sides. Looking good. I do have one more confession to make to you guys. I did one other thing off camera. This is something that I've never had done before for a truck. This truck's kind of turning into an experiment. It's getting out of control. But I had the option to do this, so I was like, you know what? Pay a little bit more money. Let's try it out. I was thinking about doing it to the tow pig as well. So we're going to try it out on this truck first and see if there's any really benefits to this. So let me hop underneath the truck and I'll show you guys. All right, so we are now underneath the truck, and what you see here is a beautiful 72-inch drive shaft, one piece. So yes, no more carrier bearing. We've completely eliminated the carrier bearing. We had to remove the bracket as well. We got a slip yoke here, and then our flange. They built this completely brand new tube and everything. So it was about $400. They gave me a little bit of charge or core credit for the other drive shaft. But yeah, this thing is beautiful, one piece, looking good. I'm not really too sure if there's any real big benefits to going to a one-piece drive shaft. I know that one of the major downfalls of going to one-piece drive shaft is if you do a lot of off-roading, you lose a lot of that capability. You know, you can really tear up some U-joints trying to off-road with a one-piece drive shaft at this length. So the U-joint angles get angry and just it tears up U-joints, I guess. So, but the benefit of going to a one-piece drive shaft is, yes, you eliminate that carrier bearing, you also eliminate that U-joint. Those are all very prone to, I mean, they fail all the time, which creates a vibration, which could take out your transfer case, could cause issues in your transmission even, your differential. So we're basically just trying to eliminate a lot of those things. Some guys even say that the truck drives better, smoother on takeoff, stuff like that. So we're going to be trying it on this truck. We're not planning on off-roading with this thing or anything like that, you know, not like rock crawling or nothing, but this is something I wanted to maybe try on the tow pig. So I want to try it on this truck first, make sure everything goes good, make sure we don't have any weird issues or anything like that. And then, yeah, we'll probably do it to the tow pig as well. So without further ado, guys, we are going to hop into getting the knuckles back on this thing, start torquing stuff down. So stay tuned. I'm going to set you guys up on time lapse. Let's go. All right, so we got our first knuckle on, and I wanted to show you guys a little trick. First, we'll go through the torque specs here. This is actually supplied with the ball joint kit, so it says 35 on the lower, then 70 on the upper, and then I go 150 on the lower again. It says 140 to 160, so split them, 150, that works. Quick thing, this lower ball joint nut is a lock nut. So you'll see there's little marks on it. So that's going to be the upper side of it. And then when you're initially putting this on, it's going to try and spin that ball joint. So what I do is I just run it down with the impact. That way it can get past the lock portion of the nut. And then once that's tight, then we'll go up here. We'll do 70, go back down here and do 150, and you don't have to worry about it spinning. So what you'll notice here is that this sucker, this knuckle, is really hard to move. So what we'll do to help with that, because you'll feel that in the steering wheel, you take a hammer, and I'm going to hit just a couple of times right here, and then a couple times on the bottom, right there. I'll hit it a couple times there, and this puppy will loosen right up. So let me do that real quick, and then we'll check back in. And just like that, look at that. So we got the right torque, but all we did was kind of just allow a little bit of movement here, a little bit of movement, not like ball joint movement, but just loosen this up a little bit. That way it was able to do this nice and smooth. So this next part's pretty serious. You guys saw me. We got the axle shaft in, and then we used our specialty tool over here to get everything situated and seated it properly. This piece goes in there next. I actually already have it sitting in there. But what's really important, a lot of guys forget to put this in, but if you look here, there's a little chamfer on this side of it, and it's pretty much flat on this side of it. So the chamfered edge actually goes towards the axle shaft. So it'll go on there, the flat will face me, and this will go on there just like that. There's actually, the axle shaft itself kind of spurs out a little bit towards the end there. That's why that chamfer is there on this flat washer. This is actually like a little spacer deal. So it's very, very important for these to go back in. The passenger side actually had this one missing, so we had to go get a new one of these. And it wreaked havoc on that side. The axle seal was gone, the lockout was loose, yeah, the wheel bearing had issues, so had all sorts of problems just because this piece was missing. So very, very important. We put a little bit of grease on there. You guys also saw me, we greased up the inside here so everything slid really nice. New yellow O-ring here on our bearing assembly. This piece will slide right in. And then when you torque these will be to 133 foot-pounds on the nut. So we'll get this sucker in. There you go, just like that. We got the rotor back on, we got our caliper back on. The ABS wire here, you got a bolt down here, and it cups in. This one's missing one right here, so we'll just zip tie it there. The splices in there, plugs in, of course. Then you can see our vacuum line assembly, which is gonna end up down here. We're gonna have to replace that hose because it's not here. So we're gonna put a new hose onto there, but this side is good to go. Nice and pretty with the U-joint and the ball joints and everything. Brakes actually look pretty good. I'm guessing this rotor's been replaced relatively recently. We might have to do something about our lockouts. I don't know, this one's not spinning all that well, which I knew before. The pads look good and everything like that, so we won't screw with anything with the front brakes here. But yeah, we're gonna go bang out the other side, and then we're gonna get the front bar in. That way we can at least drop the truck down with the rims and tires on to see how low this thing sits now. Which honestly is just gonna be stock height up front, but yeah, let's get to it. Real quick too, before you put this on, make sure you get your two flat washers, and that hexagon shaped. If it's missing, you need to go get new ones. A lot of people forget to do that, so make sure you have that in there. And then the snap ring goes over top of that. Sometimes you have to pry on the axle shaft forward to be able to get to that snap ring and get it on there, but there's a little groove in there. And then this piece can just slide right on. So don't forget that. Very, very important. So I can't really steer the truck because we don't have the steering box in there, and obviously that arm there is undone, but guys, we brought her down a little bit. She still has a little bit of a rake in the rear, so it's a little bit higher back there. A little bit bigger tire wouldn't hurt. Fill the wheel wells up a little bit more, and then just give it a little bit of poke. I think this puppy will be money. Yeah, there's a lot of wheel well opening. Same thing with back here. So I'm thinking I want to go more for a chrome look than black look for this truck, and paint match. So chrome and paint match. So we're going to update the mirrors to 08 style. Those are going to be paint matched. We're going to paint match the whole front end, but 05 and 07 up front here, Harley Davidson grill. And then the bumper, we're going to have the chrome, but the plastic on it is going to be paint matched, I think, is the look I want to go for. Rims and tires, as you know, as far as that goes. Not exactly sure what we're going to be able to fit underneath here, but I do want a little bit of poke. I still want to stick with chrome, you know, or something shiny. And so, yeah, that's the route I'm kind of thinking on this truck. The tires on this thing are like brand new, so I might try to sell the tires, which will help pay for the rims and tires that we'll put on this. But man, I'm excited now. I'm excited. So we got to do the steering on it and the steering gear, and then we'll go get it aligned, and then that should wrap up everything. Then we'll hopefully do the rims and tires, but we might be pulling the engine too. So, man, oh, I love it. Gotta love it. Perfect height. I mean, that's stock. I mean, that's basically stock height, reverse leveled, got the 2-inch out of the back there. So, oh man, this thing's gonna look good, guys. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. Guys, stay tuned. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the King Ranch content. Eventually I want to maybe do a video on doing the ball joints and the U-joints, you know, like a full video on that. So if you guys are interested in something like that, make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know. That way in the future when we get another truck, we can do that for you guys. So if you guys are new, make sure you subscribe, like this video if you enjoyed it, leave a comment down below, let me know what you guys think, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.